We're a go.
Welcome back, D&D fans.
Hello there.
Hello, D&D fans. Okay, so another unboxing video today. Got a stack of stuff here that has come in really in like the last 2 months. Some of it is stuff that I ordered back in December. Some of it's eBay. We'll crack it open and look at it. And I'm showing off a little bit, but maybe you will see something cool. All of this stuff is cool, first of all.
It's all
and
cool.
all
Okay.
of it is D&D adjacent. Like in some way it has something to do with D&D. Not fake D&D, like the D&D created by TSR. And developed by TSR, etc., etc. So, without further ado, breaking into it. Now this first one is an eBay purchase. And there's, if it's what I think it is, there's 4 items in here. I bought these items, it was a lot, and I only wanted 1 of the 4 items. Does that make sense?
Yes.
But the price was right, so I bought the lot, even though I don't need 3 of the items in this box. There is 1 item in this box, I believe, that is very rare and very hard to find and very expensive that I got for a great price because I found it for sale in a lot.
Very cool.
On eBay. Okay, tossing that aside. Oh, wait, I forgot something. I have a present for Ethan. Here.
Oh, thank you. Very cool.
Yeah.
Chocolate.
That's for being such a good video editor boy.
Okay.
Yeah, and putting up with your father. Okay, this is... Toss that aside. Open it up. Bum, bum, bum.
Butcher, baker, and candlestick maker.
Yeah, so... okay, so a little explanation as to what this is. Citybook I, 2, and 3, but what's on the bottom, we just peeked at it, is what I'm most excited about, but I'll go through this first. So these were put out by, they call it the Catalyst series, all system, right?
Yeah.
Which is code for...
D&D.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
for D&D, but we don't want to get sued.
Yeah.
So they called it the Catalyst system. It's Flying Buffalo. Flying Buffalo was the first company to do a commercial play-by-mail game. In other words, back in the 60s and 70s, way before the internet,
Yeah.
people were playing war games and then eventually role-playing games through the mail, where you would write, like, there would be a newsletter that would go out to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so say you've got 5 friends on different parts of the country.
Yeah.
And so you're running a game. You would send out a newsletter to everybody with a copy of the map, with a list of like, these are your armies, or this is what you're playing, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
And then you would receive that in the mail. You would write down, okay, well, I'm going to move my heavy footmen to this hex, and I'm going to move my scouts to this hex, and I'm going to spend this many coins to buy some wagons. Whatever you wanted to do, you would write it all down. You'd mail it into the person running the game. And then the person running the game would compile all the players' actions, and then they were the referee. They would judge what happens in that turn. Mm-hmm. And then they would put it into a newsletter and send it out, and then it would continue turn after turn where people would play these war games through the mail.
Wouldn't that take like years to finish a game?
I would imagine so. I've never done it. I mean, later on, people actually now do it by email, which is much faster because it's instant.
People now probably just do it over like Zoom or something. That's
Right,
way faster than
but there
email.
are people that organize play-by-email games. I see it. I see it in some of the Discords that I'm in. And there are people who still enjoy, because you can just kind of
do it whenever you get a chance. kind of
exactly.
thing. Yeah.
You're not like locked into, okay, I got a game at 4:00 every Monday. It's like whenever you get home from work and you have the energy, then you sit down and you figure out your turn and you send off your email.
Okay.
So anyway, people still do it.
Cool.
I've never done it, but anyway, Flying Buffalo they were a wargaming company. They used to make war games and stuff. They were the first company to make a commercial play by mail game, and that was sort of the thing that made them famous in the early days. This is before D&D came along, and yeah, so you'd pay like $3 a month.
Yeah.
And you'd get to play, and there could, because it was a company running it, there might be hundreds of people involved. They were doing these huge, and they were doing like sci-fi, like space combat games and all kinds of stuff.
Very cool.
So, but then Flying Buffalo, so after D&D came out, a competitor, really a copycat, came out called Tunnels and Trolls, and Flying Buffalo published that game because they wanted to get into the role-playing business. So they're also the publisher of Tunnels and Trolls. I don't know if they're around anymore, but I don't know if these are still in print. It wouldn't surprise me. I'm sure you can find this very easily on like PDFs. But anyway, so they made these Catalyst, like all system, like books. Like, and these are city books, but they also made other stuff using the Catalyst system.
Yeah.
That, you know, it's just a generic way of doing stuff for D&D without owning D&D or getting sued.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so H.G. Wells award-winning best role-playing adventure for 1982. I don't think this is really 25 city-based establishments with over 75 fully described non-player characters. And there's a scenario in here. It says for any role-playing system.
Yeah. Right.
So these are like, okay, so there's 25 establishments in here. So say here's a bowyery, okay, or what else? Blades by Tor, a weaponsmith shop. Here's an armory shop. Services. Let's say a tattoo parlor. That's interesting. I don't know, a house of somebody, I don't know, taxidermy and museum. So there's all these that you can just pick up and they have maps, and these are all these little establishments that you can just pick up and put in your fantasy city if you're a GM.
Very cool.
So they made one, port of call. This one is Seaside Businesses. 70 fully developed NPCs. So again, you can use this to fill out this isn't going to be useful to us in our solo campaign. I mean, I guess it could be. We could say, okay, we need a butcher, and we could look through here and find a butcher and use the butcher out of here and stick it in one of our towns if we wanted to. But it's not like a random village generator like we need, we're on the search for. So Deadly Nightside, this is Citybook III. Game Master's Aid for 20 or 18 nightside businesses and cultural establishments, 60 NPCs with scenario suggestions, and so
cool.
Yeah, the sewers, the Well of Justice, the Undercity, the Big Fish Gang, the House of Infinite Dreams. I don't know, but it's just stuff that you can take and stick into your fantasy city if you're a GM, and it's kind of generic so that they don't get sued by TSR.
Cool.
Okay. Right. I think I've got all of these.
Yeah.
I didn't even look.
Okay.
The reason I bought this lot, and I paid all total $31.97 for these 4 books. Okay. Let me toss this aside. And today is, what's today's date?
The 25th.
February 25th, and I actually made this purchase way back on January 28th, so I bought this a month ago. This is why I bought it. Awesome. They've got it sleeved. Good job, eBay seller. This is why I bought it. So in the late 80s, early 90s, there was this small cottage industry company making D&D supplements called Sage Lore Productions. They also made a horror RPG. I don't remember what it's named, but they made like a series of books that have like new monsters, new spells, new classes, whatever. And then this is one of the books that they made. It's a whole bunch of city shops.
Contains random generation tables.
Ooh. See, I've never seen it, and I've never seen this, and I don't have a PDF of it. I haven't found a PDF of it. I've known of it for a long time. But it's very right. This looks like it's in good condition.
It does, yeah.
I don't see any dog ears. I don't see any stains. Even the staples don't look...
Yeah, it looks like it's in great
awesome.
shape.
Awesome. I'm so happy about this. So
Very cool.
these have been selling, or I don't know, listed. They very rarely come up.
Yeah.
It's like very small print run. This company, Sage Lore Productions, was just like one or two people making stuff on their own.
Yeah.
It was, it was cottage industry fan stuff. I don't know how many they printed, but not very many, and they very rarely come up for sale. And when they do, they're always listed for like $50, $60, $70, $80. I'm not going to pay that. But I got this whole lot for $32. Cool. Including shipping and everything. But this is worth the whole $32.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to just peek at it because I have not, and we're not doing a full review or anything. We're just doing an unboxing of stuff that I have purchased lately that has arrived. Ooh, it's like loose. It's not a booklet. Oh, weird. The cover's loose. Contains forms for 15 fantasy businesses. So this is a booklet. Weird. Shop employee form.
Oh, business type.
Oh, it's got interesting
types. It
cool.
has a lot of cool.
Oh, it's got tables. You can roll to see what the quality of the products are, what their price ranges are, above average, below average.
Very cool.
Types of art shops, catering groups. Oh, who they cater to. Special interest, merchants, exotic tastes, the wealthy, nobles. So it's got charts for... Oh, so this is more than just a list of city businesses. Oh, this is cool. The size of the building.
Materials.
What part of town it's in. It's got tables.
Street location. This is cool.
Oh, building oddities.
This is really cool.
On a D100, if you roll a 26 to 28, it's haunted. If you roll a 75 to 80, it contains many trapdoors. If you roll 63 to 66, it's feared by the townspeople. That's okay. 1989. Cool. Oh, okay, and then it's got some sample maps of some. Oh, what is that? Oh, these are like. Okay, these are like how to fill out the cards. Mm-hmm. All the information about the business. So this is like you can make very detailed shops for your RPG city or town. Miscellaneous facts, the size of the business,
creditability.
This is really cool.
Owner and employees.
Who the owner is. Is it a ranger, a paladin, an illusionist, a druid?
Very cool.
What race the owner is. Creating the owner.
Yeah.
Creating employees. So this lets you randomly...
This is awesome.
Yeah.
This is very cool.
So this is 1989. This is 1992. A catalog of their products.
Huh.
There's some of these that I don't have that are very expensive, so I don't want to show them to anybody because I don't want anybody to bid against me. Okay, so then these are... Oh, these are forms you can fill out. These are for employees, all their stats, strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, charisma.
Yeah.
Like it's D&D without saying D&D.
Yeah.
Right? So these are for, and here's a little grid so you can draw a shop if you want to. This lets you list out all the items that they sell and services and how much they are by. Cool.
This is very cool.
So these are just a bunch of loose pages?
Looks like it.
Is it on a pad? It's not even on a pad. They're just loose pages. Oh, yeah, they're just loose pages. No, okay, so I guess that's why the seller bagged it for us, because it's all just loose pages.
Yeah.
It probably originally sold in some kind of Ziploc bag or something. I thought this was a booklet, but there is a little booklet in here of random tables.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I love this. I'm happy to have this, and I would like to use it.
Yeah.
Just roll up some Like, okay, like if you need a bakery, then go in here and see what, like, is it a haunted bakery?
Mm-hmm.
That could be useful, I would think,
I
for solo.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because you need tables like this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a simple thing to just sit down and make up a town using imagination or research, but we're playing a solo campaign, so we want some random tables, we want some rules to follow to make up a town, and that's where we're having some issues finding that, because it doesn't seem to exist. Okay, I didn't mean to do that way, but okay. I'm going to set that aside, put it over here so people can look at it. I'm thrilled to have that. Okay, what is this? Oh, this is from Dark Wizard Games. This is a Kickstarter from Dark Wizard Games. So there's this guy named Mark Taormino. I might have mentioned him before. Whoops, let me toss that. Bye. And he has been using Kickstarter to put out AD&D modules. I haven't been buying all of them because he's literally putting out 2-3 modules a month. I don't know how he's writing this stuff that fast. He's definitely not playtesting it. But one of these is super cool because Errol Otis, I don't have it out here, darn. Errol Otis, the guy who did the cover for Moldvay Basic, with the fighter magic user fighting the dragon, that iconic. He did this artwork for him.
That's awesome.
And so here's the deal he made with Errol Otis. Errol Otis did the artwork, and he promised that he would write an adventure based on the artwork.
That's very cool.
So Errol Otis, he paid Errol Otis he contracted him to make this piece of artwork, and then he looked at it and he wrote the whole adventure based on Errol Otis's artwork. So it's new artwork from Errol Otis, who's been creating D&D stuff since the late 70s. Mm-hmm. He started off making stuff for Arduin for Dave Hargrave in California, and then he got a job with TSR, and for many years made iconic artwork for TSR. Let's see if the cover's removable. Oh, the cover's not removable. Come on, Mark. Oh, well. Okay, cool maps. I've already have the PDF. This was a Kickstarter. He's got a Kickstarter going on right now. It ends in like 2 days, but dude, I can't buy 2-3 modules from you. Like almost a module every 2 weeks. I can't do that. I don't know how you can write, lay out, get the artwork for, and publish these as fast as you're doing it. It's weird. And clearly it's not play tested. But the guys in 2025, the guy is making AD&D Osric adventure modules. This is for Fantastic Quest of the Whimsical One for levels 3 to 6. Lost Tomb of the Mummy Lich for levels 8 to 12. Ooh, that's a tough one.
I like what he puts in the corner, like the suggested age. It says, puzzles and traps, violence, blood and gore, strong language and humor, extreme use of imagination.
Yeah.
Suggested for players.
Yeah, he seems like a good guy. And obviously, I mean, I've been buying his stuff, but I can't buy all of his stuff. I can't. Like, he just, even before this one, see, that's a little gripe I have. I'm just going to gripe a little bit. Okay. I love you, Mark. I'm sorry, but I don't like it when somebody runs a crowdfunding campaign and then starts a new crowdfunding campaign when they haven't even fulfilled their last one. And there are people out there who have like 5-6 campaigns that have begun and ended. They've been funded, but they've never been fulfilled, and they're still putting out
new stuff.
They're still launching more crowdfunding campaigns.
Yeah.
I don't like that because you're just getting, as a buyer, you're just getting deeper and deeper and deeper into the hole while you're wondering if this person's ever going to send you your stuff. Now, Mark has been completely, like, he ships his stuff on time. He's been completely reliable. He's been doing this for a long time, and it's all AD&D, and it's awesome. And so I'm happy to buy his stuff and read it. And I've got several of his modules, but this just arrived. I don't know. this just arrived, and he's got another Kickstarter going right now for another module.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I don't want to, and it ends in like 2 days. I don't want to put money out when I'm still waiting on the last thing I ordered from you. That's my attitude. That's just me. Not everybody's that way. Everybody's going to do what they're going to do with their own money. Okay. Anyway, Mark Taormino, Dark Wizard Games. He's got a website. You can order all this stuff. And my God, he puts out modules really fast. He also does stuff for 5e, but who cares? He does it with different artwork on the cover, and he uses that stupid looking plastic artwork for the 5e versions. It's very funny. But anyway, AD&D guy, Dark Wizard Games, making modules in 2025. Gotta support him. Mark Taormino, you rock, man. Okay, this is probably an eBay purchase. Oh, cool. Cool. Okay, if this is what I think it is. Cool. Oh, wait. Can I just tear this?
Looks like a tear.
It's more fun to cut. Oh, it's like half serrated, the blade. It's partially serrated.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was your blade at one point. I found it in the camping box.
So you stole it from your father? That's
well,
fine.
it sat in the camping box for you.
I don't like lock blades. I don't know why. I just don't like lock blades. So
really?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't explain it.
I like the lock
I'd
blades. I'd
rather have a solid knife and handle.
Oh, I agree. Yeah.
Or just a folding pocket knife that doesn't lock. Something about lock blades freaks me out. I don't know.
The thing I like about it is I don't worry as much if I need to put pressure on the back of the blade to push through something. But yeah.
Right. It's safer to have the blade locked in place.
Yeah, but I would definitely, I agree
until
with you.
Until you try to unlock it and fold it back up and you close it on your damn hand like it just looked like you were about to do. Okay. You're off camera, by the way. So if you're going to cut yourself, do it on camera so we have evidence.
Okay.
Okay. So this is cool. I think it's in... So you see how this is in a Ziploc bag? That's a lot of third-party producers back in the 80s and 70s used to do this.
Yeah.
They would, because they couldn't, they were just, using the local printer and dipping into their own pockets to come up with the money to print their stuff.
Yeah.
They couldn't afford like shrink wrap or fancy packaging, so they just bought Ziploc bags and stuck their stuff in Ziploc bags.
Yeah.
So... like this probably originally came in a Ziploc bag. It's a bunch of loose sheets. Mm-hmm. And I've gotten other products from the 70s and 80s that are like this. Okay, I got to explain what this is a little bit. Let's see. I paid maybe too much for it. Original retail was $3.95. I paid $18.70. Not bad. $18.70. Less than $20 for something that's been out of print for years and years. The Armory is gone. They merged with ChessX, and then that company got bought by somebody else. So the Armory brand is not around anymore, but the company that they merged into is still around.
Yeah.
And I don't even remember what it's called. They still use the brand name ChessX, but they dropped the Armory. They haven't used this brand name, the Armory, in many years. But the Armory was owned by a guy in Baltimore, and they operated brick and mortar game stores. They made their own miniatures. They made their own dice. They invented the D30 dice. Mm-hmm. They patented it. They invented it. But they made little supplements for role-playing games like this. Mm-hmm. And they also distributed games. They were also, and comic books. So if you owned a comic book shop, you could get the Armory. You could order your comic books through the Armory, through their distributorship. Mm-hmm. So it was this big company around Baltimore, and again, they're gone now. There's a company. I mean, what's left of this brand name is gone now, but they merged with another company, then got bought by another company. So technically, they're still around, but this name, the Armory, has been gone since the 90s. Mm-hmm. Master Scribes Kit, accessory kit for fantasy role-player games. There must be birth, there must be death, whatever. Okay, kit contains one each of 8 different certificates. A birth certificate, a death certificate, a slavery Okay. This is just for fun and written by Bob Liddil. Bob Liddil created a whole bunch of this third-party stuff for the Armory, and I think he wrote stuff in some of the zines back in the day. So it's called the Master Scribes Kit. Here it explains the origin. Oh, yeah, the origin, I was reading this. It's kind of interesting. It was first printed like in 78 or 79, and then I can't see it right now. And then later on, the author got the Armory to reprint it and sell it under their brand name. So,
very cool.
I'm gonna try to take it out carefully. It's just a fun thing for like DMs to use. And I'll show you. Okay, so they always put advertising. Like they've got a hobby knife set, a case for carry your miniatures, paint. Oh yeah, they had their own line of paints. Like they did everything. Okay, here we go. Cool. So it's got like certificates with, oh, they're not backers. Okay. Certificate of life. Okay, so whatever. You create a character and your DM gives you a certificate that shows that you created the character.
I guess so.
Certificate of survival. So the DM, so say you survive the Tomb of Horrors, the DM might hand this to you.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
Cool.
It's just something for fun at the table. Reincarnation. So if you get reincarnated. Certificate of manumission. So this is manumission is like when a slave gets granted their freedom. So if your character has been enslaved, this is like a certificate that shows you've been granted your freedom.
It's very funny.
Yeah. Oh man, how much would that trigger like idiots these days? Okay. Certificate of death. Your character dies, the DM fills it out. It's got a place for a witness, a date, the dungeon master's name. Interesting, dungeon master is a trademark term, and it was even back then, but they're using it. So I guess maybe they just didn't get caught. Gary Gygax actually created that. Certificate of polymorph. So if you get like permanently polymorphed into, it can be signed by the wizard, the polymorphed you, and the dungeon master.
That's very funny.
So it's just a gag item, I guess. I don't know, but
yeah.
I didn't pay very much for it. Certificate of scribe. Certify that the blank known as blank, having been adjudicated as being literate and studious, hereby appointed into the ledger records as scribe of records. So I guess if you're the person that keeps the session logs for your game group, then this is a little award that the DM can give you because you're the scribe.
Yeah.
So, author's personal note. Here we go. This first appeared in 1979, and then this is a new Armory edition. I didn't see a date on this. I don't see a copyright date anywheres. Anywheres. Wait, this should be... I did it wrong. Whatever. You see a copyright date? 1988. So it was first written in 1979, but this is a 1988 reprint done by the Armory. Okay, cool. So right. Cool. It's just a little gag thing. I haven't been able to find a PDF of it. I don't know. Something for the collection that I will probably never use.
Okay.
This is the point where you're like, Dad, I can't believe you bought that. Okay.
No, it's cool.
I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, next. Obviously from eBay. Let me look. What is this? Oh, cool. Okay, I know what that is. So this is weird. Okay, what this is weird.
Okay.
Here, will you cut that open? Because the apartment number's on the back of the package.
Yeah.
Yeah, just cut it open real quick. Oh, or rip it open. I don't care. Okay, so this is something I've never seen before. It came up in one of my searches, even though I wasn't searching for it on eBay. It looks like just a... Careful, I think it's... Oh,
don't flip it over.
I think it's... I think that it is fragile.
Okay.
I think it's like done on newspaper print. Oh, what the heck? What is the purpose of this?
I don't know.
Yeah, this is fragile. Yes, this is fragile. I was afraid it would be, because it's done on newspaper print. So it's just an industry advertisement newspaper. It's got cartoons in it and stuff from, let's see, number 2, March. See if we can spot a date somewhere.
It's 1981.
1981. The genetically planned gamer. It's got he's got a hollow leg for long stretches between rests. A secret mapping unit. Oh, he's got a foot that can map.
He's got a lot of arms and... How many arms does he have? Like 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got so many arms he can't count.
He's got head props. These are head props. Oh, to avoid whiplash during boring games, it says. So he's got 2 hands coming out of his... to hold
secondary brain unit.
Oh, what's that for?
For computing odds and or playing 2 or more games at once.
Yeah. So this is what a stereotypical gamer looked like. This is sort of a... It's a little cartoon making fun of a gamer in 1981. I like how he's mapping over here. Oh, here he's got he's eating like a bag of Cheetos, it looks like. Elastic forearm for liberating munchies from across the table. I like it.
Yeah.
So, but really, this is just a whole bunch of advertisements. So if you were selling games, or if you had a game store or whatever, you could buy an ad in this paper, and it would be distributed for free at game shops. People could just pick it up and read it. But I don't know, interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Pacific Comics, a list of all the games that they do. It looked... The Complete Strategist is still around. They've been around since like the 70s, maybe earlier. They've got a location in New York City. What's that? What are you looking at? So this is an ad for some World War I game. A Galaxy of Savings at the Complete Gamer Steve Jackson Games. They're still around.
Yeah.
Oh, an ad for the Space Gamer, which was a very good zine back in the day. It's gone now.
Traveler.
Where?
That entire page.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, thank you. But I thought it might have convention calendar. That's interesting. 1981, Genghis Khan in Denver. I think that's still around. And well, anyway, I'm not going to get in. I've got a story about that con, but I'm not going to get into it. Okay, there's another Fantasy Games Unlimited, Metagaming. Yeah, so it's just a little piece of RPG history. Here's the Armory that I was just talking about. The Ordered Line, I don't know what that is. What is that? This is somebody selling...
They look like paintbrushes.
No, it's...
They're paintbrushes.
Oh, okay. I thought it was something else. The Mechanoid Invasion, a new science fiction role-playing game. I don't know. Why is this upside down? Win your character in metal. Now there's websites where you can go design your character and then order a mini of your character.
Yeah.
It's expensive, but you can do it now. But here they had this contest where you could they would make a miniature of your character. But back in those days, it was made out of lead. There was no plastic printers in those days. All right, that's it. I don't know why I bought it. What did I pay for it? $15.56. Not very much. I try to stay under 20. Oh man, this is messed up. I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm not going to try to straighten it out. I don't like the way it's folded, but I'm not going to try to straighten it out. Okay, one more thing, and then we're... Oh, darn it. One more thing, and then we're done. And this is from a group called the Fellowship of the Thing.
Fellowship of the Thing.
Yes, I ordered this in December. Today is what? February what?
The 25th.
This just came. This is the most recent thing I've received. It took them 2.5 months to send this to me.
What was that date on the back?
Oh, it's the day it came, man. It's at the mail pickup. They log all the packages and write the dates on them and stuff.
Okay.
It's annoying. Yeah. So the Fellowship of the Thing is Griff Morgan and some other people. He's an OD&D, original D&D, old school guy. He's really into. He made a documentary called The Secret of Blackmore or something like that.
Okay.
It's on Amazon. People can go watch it. It's really cool. There are clips of it on YouTube. It's really, really cool. They interviewed the original Blackmore gang who started role-playing back before D&D was even published, right?
Yeah.
Like these are the guys who played the very first dwarf ever, or the guy who played the very first wizard ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
That's cool.
In a role-playing game. Like in Dave Arneson's group. And they made this really cool... they have a YouTube channel, the Fellowship of the Thing. And they've brought out some. They found an old pre-D&D dungeon and republished it called The Lost Dungeon of Tannisborg. I don't have that yet, but okay, let me rip that open. Okay. So this, though, the author, Rob Kuntz, one of the very original designers and players of Dungeons and Dragons. He put out a new module. According to the website, they only printed like 400 of these, but that's very sus because there are lots of people that have done reviews of this. I just watched another YouTube channel do a review of this today. Yeah. I'm dying to dive into this. It's characters level 10 to 12. It doesn't say what system it's for, but it's going to be either original D&D or adnd because it's written by Rob Kuntz.
Yeah.
And it takes place in the Blackmore setting. Mm-hmm. Dave Arneson's Blackmore setting. Apparently there's tons of player handouts. Anyway, it's a high-level adventure. It's got pre-gens in the back, though. And I don't know anything else about it. They don't do PDFs. Mm-hmm. So otherwise I would have purchased a PDF too, but I haven't seen it. I'm really happy to have this. I've been waiting 2.5 months since I first ordered it.
Yeah.
It took them forever. The website says that they only did 300 or 400 copies. It's like a one-time printing, and then it's gone. That's what the website says. But there's no way. They must have sold through those 300 or 400 printings by now because there are tons of people online talking about this.
Okay.
It's a big deal when Rob Kuntz puts out something. He doesn't publish things very often. He's got a reputation of starting things and not finishing them.
That kind of
stinks. But he's got a lot of old stuff that he's never completely published. Mm-hmm. So anyway, this is a real treasure. Cool artwork. I'm glad to have it. And that's it. A little D&D unboxing video.
Yeah.
I don't need that anymore. Although it's kind of cool. So should I just throw things on the table?
Just throw stuff around.
Yeah, I'm throwing stuff around so that you can
all right,
get like a cool photo to make a thumbnail with.
Sure.
Yeah? Are you sure? Are you absolutely sure? Is everything?
I'm sure.
Oh, except there's a huge glare right there. Oh, whatever. Whatever.
We don't even have any lights aimed down at the table at the moment.
Yeah, and there's still a glare. Okay.
I don't even know what...
Okay, can you capture... Still a glare. There's a glare in the center there. Whatever. Okay, that's it. Video over. That's our unboxing. That's more of... Anyway, I'm just putting these things out because it gives us a little content for the YouTube channel, but also this is cool stuff. And some of it's out of print. Some of it is stuff you've probably never seen before. Like, I doubt you've seen The Game Merchant before. I certainly hadn't. I'd never heard of it. There's no listing for it on any website. So, interesting item.
Very cool.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Thanks YouTube.